The point is, if we stop trying to be so damn powerful and just get in touch with what is innate within us, there's an enormous amount of intelligence that we can get a hold of, and we can use it. It's ours to be used. It's not separate from us. We aren't it, but it isn't not us. Society thinks that success means wealth, and fame. Well, that's not what success means. Although the things that are success, like feeling fulfilled, becoming the best version of yourself, helping the people around you be at your best, improving the lives of those around you, those are success, in my opinion. If you go into a corporation, and in my case, if you become the CEO of a corporation and you bring this love and you care about people and you sit with them, and I sat with over 25,000 people at Chipotle, one-on-one in every restaurant, every time, I would sit down with them and go, how are you? And it wasn't about the work. I'd be like, how are you doing? Who are you? What's up? And they would talk to me, oh my gosh, nice to talk to you. It's great to meet you. You're the CEO. I can't believe I get to sit down with you. And I said, well, I can't believe I get to sit down with you. This is great. And they're like, wow, okay. And then they'd realize I'm just another person. There's nothing more or less special about me than anybody else. I get my thrill out of helping others be at their best. I like it if I can see that I can be a positive influence in someone's life. And I find that the best way I can be a positive influence in anyone's life ever is by being completely vulnerable and open and accepting. I've got this vulnerability where, for some reason, even though I'm perfectly insecure in the ways other people are insecure, and even though I take things personally, but somehow I always have a trust that if I am just my authentic self, that I will be able to forge a great relationship with anybody. And I really love people. When I come to actually sit and look at someone, I always find in them something that I'm blown away by, like right away. And so I tend to really connect with other people, and I find so much to admire in other people, and it doesn't matter who they are. It's not more important that they're a big shot rather than a small shot. In fact, I've learned almost everything I've learned in my life from people who are small shots. People who are, not executives and who are entry-level workers at Chipotle or whatever. And so when I just look into someone's eyes and spend time with them, and I'm really present with them, at that point, I find a connection. And from that connection, I find incredible wisdom that comes, and it arises, between us, almost as if it's not theirs and not mine, but something that both of us are channeling from a greater place. And I know that might sound strange or corny or unbelievable, but that's kind of, I guess, what perhaps I was able to bring to Chipotle, is an ability to sort of harness the wisdom from those around me and the whatever's around me, whatever it is. I feel like there's a lot more wisdom in my brain than could ever have come from me or from the people I'm talking to, but it seems to be generated by an interchange between me and another human being. I've always been very, very, I guess the word is empathetic of other people, but also of animals, also of just sort of the way I feel walking through a forest. I just feel a lot. A lot of times it hurts to be me because I don't like it when other people are hurting, and it brings me to tears. I had two choices. I guess I could have either embraced that vulnerability that I felt, or I guess I could have tried to extinguish it. But those were the only two choices, because it's painful and it's a lot. It was embarrassing, I think, as a young kid, to be so filled with feelings and so filled with emotions, and just everything striking me as such a big deal. It was sort of like as delicate as a feather. And I had to realize, in order to survive, is that I didn't need to defend. I could actually allow the sort of reality of my vulnerability just to be there. And I started to trust that it would be okay to do that, and that other people wouldn't take advantage of it. And I found that the more I trusted that no one would take advantage of it, the more I trusted everyone I came in contact with being who I really am, the more they actually embraced it and were loving and wonderful. And so there was a huge, huge reward for the more I'd be myself, the more I'd relaxed into my vulnerability, the more I'd relax into my sort of essence, the more people were like really caring of me and loving of me and delicate with me. I'm a person who's really easily hurt, but when I put myself out there and share who I really am, people take care of me. And this caused me to become extremely loving of people and the human race generally, because I find that no matter where I go in the world, if I just land there and walk up to someone and really am myself, my whole self, by letting go of our defenses, we allow a fluency between our hearts and the person we're in front of. Okay, so we can partake of their wisdom, their beauty, their love, their greatness. And we can also partake of the greatness that is the universe. If we stop trying to be so damn powerful and just get in touch with what is innate within us and within each other and within the universe around us, there's an enormous amount of intelligence that we can get a hold of, and we can use it. It's ours to be used. It's not separate from us. We aren't it, but it isn't not us. Just like a tree growing on the surface of the world, that tree is not the earth, but it is not the earth, you know? It is an extension of the earth, you know? And so each of us is an extension of, you know, the universe. We're an extension of God. We aren't God, but we're not God. Whatever God is delighted for us to participate as fully as possible in God, you know? And so the more we can participate that and be our fullest self, the more of a powerfully positive force we will be in the universe and to people around us. And that's what makes life exciting. That's what life's about.